What's up guys, I finally decided to flash a custom ROM on my Nexus 4 and I thought I'd make a tutorial video on exactly how to do that. Now specifically I'm going to be flashing Paranoid Android 3.0, but you can pretty much use this guide for any ROM, but always look at the forum and check out the op and see exact instructions for the specific ROM, but usually they're pretty much the same. So the first thing you should do before you even start downloading files is make some backups, which I've already done, guys. So go into your custom recovery, make an Android backup just in case something goes wrong, you can restore. And I've also used Carbon Backup to back up all my apps and my app data so that after I flash PA, I can restore some apps if I want to. Now, what do you do next? Well, next you need to download the ROM file. So go to the thread, the forum thread. I'll put the Paranoid Android one in the description. Scroll down to the instructions. I think it's the second post. Here we go. And here, it's pretty simple, guys. All you got to do is update recovery, factory reset, install ROM, GApps, and fix, if any, wipe cache and delete cache, and reboot. And if we click fix, you should see no fix needed this time. So that's another step we don't have to do. So all we got to do is install ROM and GApps, and we're good to go. Obviously doing the wiping cache and the delete and all that good stuff. So I've already started my downloads of the files here because it took a while. So I'll show you which ones I got. If I click ROM here and go into a Chrome beta, the latest build, I mean, this could be different for you when you do it. It might be a different latest build, but just get the latest one. I got the 3.00 February 15th build here. And obviously for you, it could be different if whenever you're watching this video. Go back and hit GApps and do the same thing. And again, I picked the latest one, but for you, it could be even later. And it was this one, 2013-0209. And you can see them both downloading there. And we've got 8 to 7 minutes left. So I won't make you watch that, guys. I will skip to when these are done, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, guys, and when your downloads are done, you can see my downloads are done here, complete. We actually are now going to get into the real business of flashing the ROM. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn off your device, power off, wait for it to fully turn off, wait for the vibrate. There we go. And then it should be completely off. Give it a few seconds to completely turn off. And now what you want to do is hold down on the volume rocker and power at the same time to get into your bootloader. Okay, and now you want to use the volume toggles to go up or down to get to recovery mode. Hit the power button to go into enter. Now I use the Team Win recovery. Doesn't really matter which one you use. You can use Team Win or you can use Clockwork Mod. Both are good. Doesn't really matter what you use. So if you remember that list, I don't know if you remember it, but if you don't remember it, write it down because now you can't get back to it without starting it all up, but I remember it. The first thing you had to do was update your recovery. That's already done, just have your latest recovery. The next thing you had to do is a factory reset. So if we go to wipe, you can see here factory reset. Now this is basically going to get rid of all your apps and stuff like that, wipes data and cache. So no more apps, nothing like that. So make sure you want to do this before you do it. And we'll slide to wipe down here. And it's away. Now, the factory reset doesn't wipe the stuff in the SD card, so you're still going to have your downloads there. You're still going to have your ROM that you just downloaded there, most importantly. So that's all there. And if you remember the list, the next thing we've got to do, guys, is install it. So we'll go ahead and go into the SD card you can see here. Scroll down into downloads. And you can see the ROM there and the GApps there. So the first thing you want to do is flash the ROM. Swipe here. You can read all this stuff, but it checks the MD5 file, all that stuff. It actually says skipping MD5 check, no MD5 file found. But it's flashing file 1 of 1 here, and you can see it's the ROM 3.0. And this shouldn't take that long. Make sure you have a decent amount of battery. I've got about 50% or 47% as you can read here. Don't do this so that you're just at the end of your battery. So don't do it with like 10% left that it might mess up or anything like that. And there we go, guys. You can see it's successful. Now we don't want to reboot. We want to go back because we need to install the GApps. So we'll do that and we'll swipe. And you can see here, Google Apps for Android 4.2. And we'll wait for this to install. So this is basically stuff like the Play Store and all that good Google stuff that you get. Of course, if you actually don't want the Google Apps or you don't want the Play Store and all that stuff that they give you, don't install the GApps. Now again, we don't want to reboot. We'll go back because the last thing we have to do is go to wipe, cache, Swipe for that. Hit back, wipe the Delvic one. And that is it, guys. You're ready to reboot. So if we hit up the reboot system, we are going to be loaded now into PA-ROM, hopefully. If everything's gone well, this should all just load up. Oh, look, a new boot animation. It's looking good. Paranoid Android 3 Plus. Interesting boot animation. Different colors flying around. We have lost our the Nexus X. If you remember, that's what the animation was. It kind of glowed around. You can pretty much change that to what you want, guys. You don't have to keep this animation if you don't want it. You can flash loads of different ones. Obviously, on first boot like this, it's probably going to take a little bit of time to boot up. We'll just give it a few minutes. And there we go, guys. I did skip, but it was about a minute. It did take a little bit longer than I thought, but it didn't boot loop. It is all here. And you can see you've got your normal welcome screen. So we'll go through this kind of quickly. Select Wi-Fi. I'll skip that for now because I can't actually remember my Wi-Fi. Yes, fine. Skip NOI. Yeah, we'll quickly put this in because I'm actually going to use this. Hopefully I got that right. I didn't. Standard. We'll try again because I actually do want this. Oh, I put .con. Damn. What an error. What a noob error. Anyway, moving on. This time it's going to work because it's now .com. Signing in could take a few minutes. Restore from Google account to this phone. Keep this phone backed up with Google. So I want the Wi-Fi passwords backed up. Okay, we'll hit. Okay, so it's going to restore some stuff here. And again, it's going to take a little while. Yes, you can use all the location stuff. And finish. So we are good to go here, guys. Something's going on. Don't quite know what. Okay, make your home screen there. Don't know what happened there, but it's okay now. 3 new updates. So you can see here, we've got, we'll get rid of that. Signed into my stuff like that. We've got some Google apps here. So you've got Gmail, Maps. If you didn't do the G apps, you wouldn't have that stuff. They've actually got the AOSP browser instead of Chrome here. That's interesting to see. You've got your Super SU, obviously, is rooted straight off the bat. I'm not going to do an actual custom, like the review for the actual ROM here, guys. I'll do that in a different video, but that is how you install a custom ROM. I will have to install my app data from Carbon, so I'll let it install all these first. But yeah, guys, it's restoring all its stuff. That is how you do a custom ROM. That is how you install it. It's pretty simple. And yeah, custom ROM for the Nexus 4, guys. See you guys later.